Hey Europe travel lovers, what if I told you that there is one European language where pretty much only using one word, you can make any sentence that you want to make in the language. Ask any question that you want to ask just with one magical word. Yes, this really exists. This magical language is called, this is where it gets complicated. But the language that I'm talking about, I'm going to refer to it in this video as Serbian/Croatian. That's because it's spoken in Serbia, it's spoken in Croatia, it's also spoken in Montenegro and Bosnia and Herzegovina. And in those countries, they will refer to the language as their country's name. So Bosnians will say Bosnian and so on and so forth. But essentially, it's the same language, just in every country there will be differences in dialect, in vocabulary, in some grammatical structure of sentences. But a very simple way to understand how it's just the same in every language is that I have been living on and off in Croatia for the past 2.5 years. And since the start of this year, I officially live in Croatia. I have a visa to live here and everything. But I've still been taking Serbian classes since, 2018 on and off. So yeah, there you go. Oh yeah, and by the way, if you're brand to my channel, hello, my name is Wando. I'm an American that's been working remotely from Europe, but pretty much mostly the Balkans since 2017. I love this part of the world. I love Europe. So if you're interested in all things, those things, then subscribe to my channel and have a look around to see if any of my videos will help you on your trip to this region. So what is this magical word? This word is može. It is the third person singular of the verb moći, which means to be able to or can. I'm American and we cannot for the life of us pronounce the C with the thing on the top. So I'm going to insert my friend pronouncing the word moći.
Moći, moći, može, može.
You can use this word može to make so many kind of shortcut sentences without saying a full sentence or conveying a full question or whatever that requires more words. And it's kind of like a shortcut or a workaround to communicating quickly and seeming somewhat competent as someone who's a beginner or an intermediate in this language. So I want to share 4 unique things and uses with this word that make it so cool and just magical. So the first really cool use of the word može is that you can substitute it for the word yes or sure, or we can do that, or absolutely. It's a substitute for a lot of these kind of confirmation, affirm something you want or plan. So if a waiter at a restaurant is asking you if you want something, you can say može. Of course, you can just say yes in the language, which is da, but sometimes you got to spice it up a little bit with a little bit of može. Sound like you're a little bit more proficient than you are. Maybe you'll be in a taxi. The driver will ask you if you want the air conditioner on or the windows rolled down or something. You can say može. Another example at a restaurant, maybe a waiter or bartender will come over and they'll want to maybe pour more water in your drink, or pour extra something in your drink, put some ice in it or something with the ice thingy thing, holder thing. And they're like looking at you to indicate like, oh, do you want me to do this? And you can use the word može to kind of say, oh yeah, sure. Oh, go ahead. So it's just a really fun word as a substitute for agreeing to things, confirming things, saying, yeah, sure, absolutely, go ahead, all of that. The second cool use, even cooler use, I should say, use of this word is that you can pair it with like any noun and form a sentence that you don't know how to make in the language. And essentially, you can just use Google Translate to just Google how to say certain words in this language and then just pair it with može, and you can like just say whatever you want. So let's say you're at a bar and you're ready for the bill and you don't know how to say, can I have the bill? Or may I please have the check? I'm ready to pay. You can just simply say može plus the word for bill. So if you Googled the word for bill, you would see that it's račun, and you could just say može račun, and that's it. You just sounded really cool to the waiter. They're probably gonna like, I don't know, maybe give you a free drink or something. Maybe you're at a restaurant and you can literally just look on the menu, read the noun for the thing that you're ordering, slap može in front of it, and you've basically said, can I have the blah, 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 blah. So maybe, for example, you might be looking at the seafood section of the menu and you see, oh, they have salmon, and you see that it's called losos, or maybe you Google and you see that it's called losos. And so when the waiter comes over and they're taking the orders of what everybody wants, you can look up at them and say, može losos, molim. But basically, yeah, you can just pair it with so many different verbs when you need something or want something, or you're asking for something, you're ordering something, just so many different things. If you're asking for change, you can just Google the word for change, whether you're in, I don't know, taxi, bus station, in a bus, on a train or whatever, and just slap može in front of it and you're asking for change. And sometimes it won't always be the most grammatically correct way to phrase something, but locals will know what you mean. They'll know that you're not from their country. But if you do want to learn the more grammatically correct ways of saying some of these common phrases, I actually do have audio phrase books for Serbian and Croatian. You can actually get the first chapter for free. I've linked it in the description below. Okay, so another really cool use of the word može is you can use it to ask a question by kind of hinting at the question that you want to ask in some situations. Of course, as a foreigner, someone who's new to this language, or a beginner or an intermediate, you're not going to know how to form every single sentence in the world. So you can, in some instances, use može as a substitute. So I'm trying to think of an example. Okay, here's an example. So let's say you've traveled to a new city. You get out of the bus or the train station, and there's a bunch of taxis waiting outside. A lot of them will be sitting in their cars, and you can walk up to a taxi and you can like kind of start tugging at the door handle and be like, može? Like asking like, can I get in? So instead of having to say, can I get in? Is this free? Can you take me somewhere? You can just kind of like start to kind of open the door and be like, može? And then they'll say back to you, može, like if it's okay for you to get in. Maybe another example is, let's say that you are at a restaurant or something, or maybe you're at a bar and you are sitting at a full table and a couple more friends come over and you need an extra chair for one of the friends that come, and you go over to another table and you see, oh, they have, a couple of free chairs. So you can go to their table and kind of like start to grab their chair and be like, može? Like, can I take this chair? And they'll understand like, okay, this foreigner clearly doesn't know how to say, can I take this chair? Are you using this chair? Is this chair free? In my language, but može plus kind of pulling at the chair, like trying to run away with it. Like they'll take the hint. These people are smart. And they'll understand, essentially that's what you're asking for. So that's how you can use the word to imply a question that you don't know how to say. I should say that I forgot to say this in the video earlier. Like everybody in these countries speaks English, like everybody. So I don't think it will be too often where you're in so many situations that you have to like break out trying to speak their language, but there will be some situations. So I forgot to say that. The last thing that I want to talk about that makes this word so great is that you can use it in 4 different countries and Macedonia. Macedonian is a different language, but a lot of Macedonians are familiar with this language or are fluent in this language. By the way, everyone in Macedonia knows English as well. But in the off chance that someone doesn't, you can try to see if they know this language to maybe ask a question or something. Anyway, but long story short, Serbia, Croatia, Bosnia Herzegovina, and Montenegro, they all use this language. And that's why it's so fun to do like a backpacking trip through the Balkans, or base yourself here if you're a digital nomad. Maybe you're doing some slow traveling. it's just a place where you kind of just get the hang of some of these kind of hacks, I guess, language hacks that you're using in one place, and you can take it to the next place and the next place. And if you're someone who just loves language when it comes to immersing yourself in a country or a culture, then this language is so fun. I hope everyone bared with me with my strong American accent as I was making this video, and I hope you liked it. Let me know if you have ideas for other videos that I should make. Be sure to check out the Phrasebooks. You can get that first chapter for free, and I'll see you guys in the next video.